Hello. Welcome to the stream. Hey, Boris Alien. Welcome in. Nice to see you. Okay. Hey, Chip. How's it going? We're doing a bit more rigging today. And then, yeah, maybe if there's time, we'll jump in on Tomodachi Life as well. I'm so excited to see Amazing the Digital Circus tomorrow. It's gonna be so cool. I hope. I've heard rumors of like people being disappointed, but then like obviously there's always going to be some, and it's like, yeah. To be fair, the one I heard was like somebody like, oh, it didn't go exactly the way I planned it in my fanfic. So, yeah, no, I'm really hyped. Sorry, had the sudden urge to chug half a pint of water. Okay, only heard good things from friends. Nice. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I saw Eddie Bowley saying he's gonna be recovering from it for like a week. And to be fair, I'm not always too keen on Eddie's opinions, considering he likes Star Wars Episode 8, but apart from that. Anyway, right, so I have a couple of extra things to add to this. We have some jazz hands, which are kind of like that. Whoops. Oh. Above the torso layer. I'll hide the tablet. So the thing is, because I've extended the bottom so that there's room for movement, I now need to extend all the arms and stuff as well. But I think what I'm actually going to do here is I'm just going to take the hands and I'm going to split them off so that we can have them sort of attached to the arms in the same way all the others are. There's also like a second frame of this, which is, as far as I can tell, the same layer. I think it's the same drawing rotated, except that the stripes are different. Hey, okay. Well, I appreciate the look, and I'm glad to keep you company while you're working. These look like they're just rotated, except that the shading changes. So I might cheat, and I might just take one of these and rotate them in RahiTuber, because that saves me doing the splitting work more than once. So yeah, I'm literally just gonna. Okay, so this is gonna be and L, probably. Yeah. Gold star, thank you. Hey Mist, how's it going? And L, jazz. Doing good. I'm good, thank you. Yeah. I've got. Well, I just ate cookies and dinner, so I'm feeling nice. And I have not much left to do on this rig, which is cool. Got a bunch of stuff lined up actually, because there's a couple of bug fixes that I've got to do on RahiTuber, but I won't be doing those on stream. And then Studio Jumpstar, aka Bug, has asked me to help with a bit of rigging on that side as well. So again, I won't be doing that on stream because that's pre-debut secret things. Why am I doing all this with the eraser? I don't know. I should just do that. There. Right. No, that's the wrong button. Okay. Who put Dire Straits on here? This is not the vibe for streaming. That's a bit better. Okay, so I am gonna do what I have been doing for all the other things. So I'm cheating a little bit with the color select. It's not really cheating. And then I subtract the black from the selection just to make sure I'm not deleting any line art. And I can do this. Do this. A bit more over here. All right, that is an hand. A jazz hand. Oh, I didn't actually copy the original first. Now I've got to re-import it. Okay. This one's going to be a bit more tricky because I have to redraw some of the hand. I discovered this artist back when I was at uni, and I used to listen to this tune on the walk to uni all the time. Yeah, I mean, I didn't do this art, so this was Queenie sent me this art as like a bunch of flat images, and I am now splitting it up into more pieces so that I can edit it further, make it basically I'm enhancing her existing rig essentially. Yeah, so the thing with Critter is when you split things into when you have everything in groups, you can do an automatic export. So it just exports all of your stuff all at once. You go overboard with even small parts being separate. Basically, if it's not going to be moving separately, I don't separate it unless it's got to like switch between animation things. But yeah. Or if you want subtle motion, yeah. Bit of pendulum, I think. Yes. Good. Had that sudden moment of like, have I just completely lost all the respect of pendulum enjoyers by thinking this was somebody else? Okay, am I doing this right? Yes, the back of the hands are green. Queenie has beans, and they're not on the art. What the heck? I feel like I should add the beans. No beans? What is this? When Queenie gets in chat later on, I'm going to ask them if they want beans. Would you like bean restoration surgery? Right, that's 2 hands. Give him a hand. Right. We have jazz hands. Yippee. Okay, so the next and final thing, I believe, is the glow sticks. Which looks like this. And there's like blurred versions. And I'm thinking I can also do this in RahiTuber. We already have the arms split up into separate parts. So this can just rotate sort of as it is here. And I've got a plan for the blur as well. Because I think what I can do is I can get the blur to animate in sync with the movement. What I'm thinking. There's a couple of ideas I have for that. But yeah, so I think I'm going to start with one of these. And again, I'm going to have to drop, sort of redraw some of the hand. Yeah, so I just want, oops, okay, too late. No, never mind. Let's duplicate this so that I can have the other hand in a minute. Hey, Puppy, how's it going? Currently, I am cutting Queenie into lots of little bits. But it's okay, because I had consent first. Okay, let's grab this alone. Consent is always good. Consent is cool, guys. It's okay, we can put Queenie back together. Better, stronger. Indeed. Oh, whoops. Yeah. Got my keyboard shortcut. Cool. Doodle-doo-doo-doo-doo. Good time zone, Purple Tess. How's it going? The glow sticks. Yeah, Queenie. Oh, hi. Welcome in. So something I wanted to ask you was I noticed that your jazz hands don't have beans. And the ref does. So would you like me to add the beans? Oh my god, no, my beans. Do you want jazz beans? Bean reconstruction surgery commencing. Hey Blue Leaf, how's it going? Hope you're doing good. Jazz beans, okay. We are beaning. Uh-oh, you frickin' moron. You just got beaned. Yeah, I'm alright. Sorry I've been quiet in your server so much. Well, not your server, but the server we are both in. Sort of haven't had much to talk about, to be honest. Did I drop a link to the stream? Where? Queenie, who are you talking to? Me and the Dodger have not been particularly busy, to be honest. Post my art. I mean, I do post my art to there, to be fair. Although, yeah, we're going to see Amazing Digital Circus at the cinema tomorrow, which I am excited about. Okay, we've got a love heart-shaped bean on the palms. Is that good? I feel like that doesn't quite look the same. Maybe it's too small. Hi, GF. I am being observed. Oh. That's weird. Oh, I didn't actually fill these in. That's why I'm doing that. Let me just do that. Like watching people work? Nice. Well, you can watch me work then. One of the rare occasions in which my brain works. Okay, beans done on hand L jazz. Time for hand R jazz. Jazz. Wait, is that on my playlist? I gotta find it. What was it called? Deedly dee dee deedly dee. I think it started with jazz. No, it's not. It's something. And there's something Johnson and the band or whatever it's called. What was it? I've completely forgotten. It's Rollback Jazz Band. Scrolling through my whole playlist now. There it is. There we go. Jazz mood music. And his robot jazz band. Hot dog. Called jazz. A 1, 2, 3, 4. Meanwhile, you're trimming the cross stitch. Yay! Can't wait to see the finished article. Oh, I did not close up the line. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Yay, I am second monitor, buddy. I'm honored to be on your second monitor. I love your Balan model, by the way. Really cool. I haven't redeemed a switch to your Nightmare model in a bit. I love that you've even invented law reasons for the different models. Meanwhile, me, hot dog. Hot dog. Okay, back to glow sticks. There is a hand and a glow stick. Just Muppet or Digimon, yeah. Jazz. Okay, there's a hand with a stick. I'm going to do the other one. So that's going to be and L. Capital H's on these, and it doesn't match the others. I must fix. Oh god. More dire straits. There we go. Hi hi. Despair Mayor Ajay. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Despair Mayor Aye? A-J-E? Mayor works. Okay, I will do that. Sorry. Okay, so this hand is like pretty much non-existent behind the other one, so reconstructive surgery commence. Yes, I'm working on Queenie, indeed. The original sweetie. Whoa. Ah. No, you. I'm just going to keep this one like super transparent for some size reference while I reconstruct hand. Hey Pat, hey Vesper, how's it going? Hope you're doing good. Been a hot minute. We've had some very hot minutes, in fact, in the UK. Crunchy hand noises. Hands jazzed. Indeed. We did jazz those hands. Oh, did I miss a finger? No, 1, 2, 3. Okay. No, we're good. I can count to 3. I can only count to 4. I can only count to 4. I only want to be in your record collection. Whoa. Ah. Okay, I can hide Ghost Hand now. Oop. Dee 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 dee. Dee 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 dee. Dee dee dee. This plus Toothless Hawkins is pretty much turning out as my dee dee dee. I say dee 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 dee. This is pretty much turning out as my playlist in my first job. I can't remember who added Toothless Hawkins onto the playlist back in my first job, but it might even have been me. And then one of my colleagues just loved the guy go, "Here's this thing, car jazz." He would just like vocal stim it around the office all the time. Hey Zinc, how's it going? How's Pickle? He's been weird today because he didn't eat much food, but he's mostly okay. Every so often he just has a strange day where he doesn't eat very much. We haven't worked out why, but like pretty much every other day he's fine. So he's incredibly fussy. He turns his nose up at his food all the time, and we've tried so many different foods, and he just keeps changing his mind on which ones he likes. Okay, how are we doing Stripes? Stripes is Stripes on the fingies. Oh, hang on. Okay, so here we have stripes on the insides of the fingers, but not on the ref. So do the stripes go all the way around? I feel like I'll just keep it consistent with the jazz hands at this point. You made the ref after you did the base model? Ah. So does that mean the ref is correct and I should ignore what's on the model? A little. Okay. Well, now I kind of want to erase the stripes from the jazz hands. Alright. I'll do it properly. Don't worry about the body stripes. Okay, I think I've kind of been copying the body stripes anyway. Pretty sure the body stripes match up. Oh wait, you actually needed the brown in the middle there. But it's been windy down here. Wasn't me. Okay, actually that's too much hassle. I am not going to do it that way. Wait, hang on. Tell you what, I do this. Up, 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 and then I go darken. Aha! Okay, that does it. Off lock that. Oh. Why? Oh yeah. I'll do this. Alright. Okay, cool. So that is another hand. We have hands now. Okay, so for here, we actually want a little bit of light brown. Just to stop the stripes. Stop the stripes. Stop them. And here's this thing called jazz. So, okay, that. Darken. Oh no, that won't work because the stripes are still there. So actually I need to do that. And oh wait. I'm not sure that's going to have worked actually. Okay. So now I should be able to yeah. And now paint some brown over the stripes. We need to fix up some of these lines a little bit now. Hi to your BF. Hey, what party? How's it going? I am de-striping the jazz hands. Just toasted himself in the bath. That's a strange place to toast yourself. I hope not with an actual toaster. That's a bad move. Ba-dum-tsh. Wait, which? Oh yeah, oh, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. Wait, I need that bit. Hey Zakinator, how's it going? I saw somebody did a Project Hail Mary edit to this song, and it worked quite well. Ah, Goober, Goober. Who are you calling Goober? Okay, cool. We have jazz hands, we have glow sticks, we have many things. For the glow sticks, I'm actually gonna do a thing, which is gonna be basically this. Ooh, a thing, indeed. Essentially it's going to be like a copy of the glow stick. But just the inner glowy part. You got your aim shot, Riser, yesterday? From Kamen Rider 01, but the Shooting Wolf DX Prog Rise key is malfunctioning, but I'm getting the upgrade form Assault Wolf Prog Rise key. Cool. I have no idea what any of those words mean. I'm sorry. I haven't watched any of Kamen Rider. So that is a sentence. Tokusatsu. Yes, probably. I definitely, I agree. Power Ranger like stuff, yes. I had a feeling it was the genre name. I think I've heard somebody say it before. Yeah, I know it. I know it's like Power Rangers. In fact, it basically didn't they? Isn't there a thing where essentially Power Rangers and Kamen Rider and I think Super Sentai were all like the same thing, and for Western audiences they split them into different shows or something? Super Sentai is the original footage of Power Rangers. Yeah. See, I know some things. I just haven't watched any of it. Meh. Dumb. Okay. Fine. Fine. I'll take it. Unofficial Sentai Akai Baranga makes fun Akai Ranger. makes fun of Power Rangers by saying they were the original and Super Sentai is the cheap copy. Love Japanese humor. Nice. I'm sorry for saying a Kaibaranga. I was like, I didn't realize there was the word ranger in there. Who's my favorite Toa? Good question. Probably, oh, there's so many to choose from. You love Lewa? Nice. I like Lewa as well. I think, at the risk of sounding cliche, Motoro is a very interesting Toa because he didn't really want to be one, and like, he has this constant like internal battle of like whether he's doing it right, and then in contrast to Fakama, who also did that, Motoro literally ends up working with Makuta reluctantly at one point as well, which was interesting. And it just like further, like Makuta was just the whole time just like preying on Motoro's insecurity, which is horrible, but also very interesting story writing. Okay, so we have some hands, we have jazz hands, we have glow hands, we have gaming hands. Do I have... Oh wait, I don't think I have an arm that is just the forearm. I don't. Also, I need to fix that one. For the forearm, I need to take off this... I need to nick the forearm off of this gaming one. So I need a separate forearm. I thought I was done, and now I'm not. Yay. My arm! I'm sorry. I had to take it for science. You're sorry? No, don't be sorry. It's all good. No, what am I doing? What am I doing? Okay. Bye-bye, hand. Why am I rubbing it out manually? I don't know. Knob. The GF is a big Sonic nerd. Good. Good. One approves. That is a wrist. It's nothing else. Let me just remove this little crease here. ironing me at? You iron me at like the shirt? Jail for mother for 10,000 years. Okay, we now have a handless arm, which is good. We've got the other half of the arm there. But, and I say this, great importance, but we don't have a downwards arm that lines up nicely with the stripes at the moment. We just have this one. So extend the other arm just in case we need it. We might not actually need it, but might as well do it now, and instead of having to go back to it later. Hi-oh! Hi Ruby. Also, welcome to the new follower. Nice to see you. And thank you. Don't be sorry. Stop saying sorry. I volunteered to do this. So this is like, and I sort of knew this was what it was going to be like, so stop saying sorry. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Basically, this is extra space I added onto the bottom so that you've got room to move up and down when you're talking. And not sort of clip the bottom off the model. The BF and GF are ganging up on you. Good.
Lizard.
Lizard. Lizard.
Lizard.
Lizard. Lizard. Are they both by the same artist? That's cool. Wait, how many of you guys are from Queenie's Discord? I feel like lots. Okay. So we have all the arms done. Yay! I can export and start rigging these. Queenie.png. Done. Slapped you with lizard. Sadly, you're not in their Discord, you just know the artist from other Discords. Nice. That's cool though.
Lizard.
Lizard. Lizard.
Lizard.
Lizard. Lizard. Okay, right. Export those as well. I think I missed some. Oh. Check my DMs. ED is done. I'm being trimmed. Yay. It looks great. I love it. Thank you. Okay. Queenie time. Sorry, my nose is annoying. One sec. Okay, I'm back. Right, so we have Queenie fairly static. Let's do. This is the left arm. That is the right arm. Right. So yeah, at the moment I've got the gaming hands stuck together as well. So that's going to be gaming. And what I'm going to do with this is I'm literally just going to use a blink sprite to swap to the other gaming pose. And I'm just going to take the... yeah, we'll have a bit of variation. Let's say a second of variation. Blink delay is 2 seconds. Am I going to do it? It is not doing it. Oh, did it do it? I think I missed it. Oh, blink delay is 23 seconds. I went 2 seconds. There you go. Did I blink? Did you blink? I didn't blink. But there you go. The gaming is doing something. Let's have it more like 0.3 and then 1 and then variation of 0.5. So we've got some gaming motion there, and it's like slightly randomized as well, which I think is kind of cool. Go with 0.8 variation. That's pretty cool. You're a cutie. Everyone's a cutie. So let's save that. Okay, now we want. Let's do glow sticks next. L2 glow.
Lizard.
Oh wait, actually this is just going to be the blank arm, so that can just be arm L2. Probably should have duplicated that before, because now we don't need the blink. We just want arm L2. Where is that? There. Oop. Gonna hide the gaming one. Ah, bare hands. Scary. Actually, that can kind of stay where it is because we're going to use that for the jazz hands later. Feels weird you have to say for an emote to activate the noise. I did it on purpose. It's because anyone that says lizard, just buttery nubs. Oh, interesting. Anyone that says lizard in chat, it will, yeah. I did it on purpose because I wanted it to just trigger at random, like when people aren't expecting it. So anyway, so we've got glow sticks, we've got jazz hands, and we've got the plushy one as well. Let's go with glow sticks to begin with. So actually, going to duplicate that again and hide it. And let's call this one glow. And it's going to basically be the same, except that it's going to be moving. So we'll do the moving in a minute. Let's add in a hand. That's going to be the hand wherever that is. Hand L glow. Confirm. Here's a friend of yours is lizard. That is a lizard. Wait, I feel like I've seen that before. Oh no. Wait. White W lizard. Queenie, the Malem. Who is Malemming? Is that Cosmo? Squishy lizard. Of course. This is actually going to inherit from ARML2 glow. L. That one. Cosmo? Yeah, okay, cool. I figured. Okay, motion inherit. All looks good to me, although the ARML2 glow now needs to be rotated a bit to line up with the hand. And now the pivot for the hand needs to be on the wrist. Yeah. Party mode, activate. There we go. So that's one of the glow sticks. I'm actually going to put the hand up there at the top, because it does have to be in front of everything. Can you feel it? Oh, here we go. Absolute banger. This was like one of the very first Monster Cat songs I found, because I was just like going through SoundCloud. Okay, so the glow is going to have an extra one, which is going to be just the glow. Confirm. That is going to have a lighten blend mode. Awesome to the max. And we're going to put the pivot for that basically at the bottom of the glow stick. There's blend. Yes, there are blend modes. Awesome. So that's going to have like loads of drag and quite a lot of rotation effect. Okay, maybe not as much rotation effect as that. Actually, I think I need to rotate it a bit because it should probably be like more like in the middle. Okay, and now the cool part. We're going to put the idle motion on the arm. Oh, that's talking. Maybe not quite as much as that. .69 seconds. There you go. My arm. Yeah, sorry, I broke your arm a little bit there, but now you've got this, and it's got motion blur and everything. Pretty happy with that. Okay. I'm actually gonna change this a little bit. So let's call this glow L. That's actually got to come off of and L. Glow. There you go. And I'm going to take the drag down a bit. But then I'm going to increase rotation effect. So he's saying resist in this song, only I can now not unhear the fact that it sounds like he's saying racist. So I have to stop listening to that tune. This is my wife's fault. Yeah, it's not. He's just saying resist. But he's like doing it with a weird inflection that does kind of sound like he's saying racist. So okay. There we go. Might actually make this a little bit transparentier. Yeah, just slightly darker like that, I think. Okay. So now we just have to do the same thing with the other hand. So R2, there it is. R2D2, R2 glow. Is this going to be glow? Then we're going to have the hand off of that. And our glow. I'm just going to move this a little bit so it actually lines up. Oh. Okay. Went on hand. In fact, I feel like I might have to draw the hand again because looking at it there, it looks like it's too small. Could just be a weird effect of like the overlapping. Let's just... Okay, yeah, it's too small. It's definitely too small. I'll fix that in a minute. Right, so that's got to be inheriting from our L, no, R2, oh no, R2 glow. There we go. Treasure Hunt, Treasure Planet music, yay! Cool, we got a couple of moving hands. I feel like the ignore pivots should be on this. Waggles arms, indeed. Do 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 do. Okay, and then we're gonna do the actual glow. Do 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 do. I've just realized it actually makes more sense to have the pivot on top of the old one, because that is where it's rotating from. Right, I need to copy the settings from the other one. So what did we have? We had 0.02 drag and 3.1 rotation effect. Cool. Right, that's working. We got glow sticks. We got Ravi glow sticks. Yay. Okay, I'm gonna tag these actually. So glow. Because I'm gonna need to hide all the show and hide all these all at once, and it just kind of makes sense to do it like this. Glow. Nice. Save. So now actually I can go in here. Oop. Oh dear. No more arms. But yeah, I can hide the glow all at once. The second best Treasure Island film soundtrack. I mean, personally, I prefer Treasure Planet to the Muppets Treasure Island film. Just saying. Just saying. Oh, that's so cool though. That turned out way better than I thought it would. Wavy glow sticks. GF is offended. They love Treasure Planet. Treasure Planet. I love Treasure Planet. Yeah, Treasure Planet's the best one. They own the art book. Excellent. And a very good art book it is too. I actually don't have it. But it's such a well-made film. God forbid Disney do anything with effort these days. Yippee! Rave time. Okay, save. Wait. Yeah, save. Cool. No more arms. Arm privilege is revoked. Okay, let's do a jazz hands. That's got to inherit from arm L2. Jazz. Actually, that's kind of not in the right place. Shifting it slightly. Okay. In fact, when you do jazz hands, it tends to rotate more from the middle-ish. So I'm going to do pivot there. And that's just going to do a rotation. High five. Jazz borbs. Jazz beans. Do the same for the other arm. The royal wave. Yeah. That's what this is. It's going to hide the arm in front for now. Jazz hand number 2. All right, so actually, yeah, I'm gonna have a second arm R for this because it needs to be in a different place. You remember this music? The music that every epic edit was done to back in the day. Everyone's AMVs. Do 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 dee 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 dee. It was all Linkin Park. Well, that as well, yeah. Jazz hands. How's that? Is that cool? Jazz hands. Easy, guys. Calm down. Calm down those porbs. Okay, and then plushy one. I think it's just basically going to be a duplicate of this one. Without the blinking. Plushy. Oh. Yeah. Oh, okay. That's inheriting from something weird. Ah. Because it's actually just the whole arm. I forgot I did that. It inherits from the torso, actually. And then we're going to put the pivot in the right place. Doop doop doo. Do 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 do. Okay, this one I feel like we can have a bit more. A little bit more rotation and stuff on. Yeah, that's quite good. Just realised there is a bit of the arm left on this plushy layer, which I need to get rid of. So we'll do some tweaks to the art in a minute. But yeah, I think that's good enough for our purposes. So that's plushy done. And now let's do a drawing. Which actually had the top arm down. So, you know what? I'm going to call this arm L Jazz because I'm pretty sure that's all we're using it for. Oh, I did work out why my eye freaked out. So it's because they in the scared one, the pivot point of the eye whites, the blue part, was all the way down, like in the middle. Oh, hey, what? I have some leftover debug stuff. Hang on. I forgot that I was playing around with the phonemes. And yeah, there's a tint left over on my thing. There you go. But yeah, anyway, so on here, the pivot point for the eyes was like all the way down in the middle of the torso. And so when I scream, because if I scream, they stretch. If I go, ah, they were stretching from the torso point. So they were just moving upwards. That's what happened. Anyway, what am I doing? Right, so we got gaming arms are here as well. So I'm just gonna yeah. I think that's the only one that wants to be gaming. Unlike me, I always want to be gaming. Right, so then actually, yeah, this can be gaming as well. I'm going to do gaming. I need a copy of that. It's only going to be drawing. Call it art for simplicity's sake. I'm gamey. Nice. Nice. Right, so this one's actually going to be moving up and down with the mouse. So on the mouse, we want some rotation on the movement. And no actual left and right, just rotation. So probably something like, or up and down, but back to front. There you go. More like -40 probably. Even that's probably a bit too much. -20. Okay, cool. I'm going to rotate it a bit to start with. La 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 la. Yeah. Is there a way to bypass the position limit? What do you mean? Because what you can do, you can set the distance limit to 0, so then it will never move. As in, so it's then sort of pinned. Or -1 means there is no limit on the movement. That's explained here as well. Set to -1 for no limit. Is that what you want? When moving parts, not motion yet. Oh, you mean this, where you can't go above 1,000? That is, so you can just type in. So I could type in like 5,000 if I want. But I just put 1,000 as the value because otherwise the slider is kind of insane for having giant numbers. Yeah. Although to be honest, yeah, as a slide, when it's this one and not a slider, then it could be without the limit actually. So I could probably remove the limit from that. But yeah, sorry, that's not always obvious. But yeah, if you want, it doesn't actually say, does it? Drag or double click to type. But yeah, so you can just double click and type in a value you want. Okay, so we got art. Now I'm going to copy the glowing hand and I'm going to call it art hand. Yeah, this is Queenie's model. Queenie did all the art. All I did was split it up into little bits. Cut me into pieces. This is my VTuber model. All right, we got an arty hand. It goes up and down. I'm going to take some of the drag off of this and actually put some tracking on this one too. Maybe less than that. Probably something like that. Oh wait, that wouldn't make sense. You'd actually want it. There you go, to counteract the position of the arm, wouldn't you? What kind of creature is this? Want to do the honors, Queenie? I know the answer. But Queenie has a link to the species page, I think, somewhere. Dianson. We want a tablet as well. Adding a new layer. Actually, yeah, I'm going to leave that on the top of everything. Boom. All right. But yeah, that's going to need a little bit of adjustment because clearly we're going through the tablet right now. So we're going to play around with the tracking settings a bit. Drawn to life, yay. I got my friend Kay into this game. Yay, there you go, the Toy House link. I'm on Toy House now. I made a page, like, really recently. Nah. 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 This is how art works, right? Bah. 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 I'm having too much fun with that. Art when it's a sport. Yeah. Like repair animations in games. Sorry, I'm just playing along with this to the music now. It's too much fun. I might just move where the tablet is. Do 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 do. Drum kit next, I guess. Yeah, well, if you want to do the art for it, I'm not doing any more art. Oh, I missed a bit of stuff. Let's just scale up the tablet a bit. Yep. Yep. All right. La 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 la. So yeah, if you can go a bit mad with the tracking, and then it does that, but. Okay, I think I need to edit the tracking slightly. Aggressively arts, yeah. Stab the iPad. So yeah, basically at the bottom, I think the arm needs to be less rotated. In fact, that upper arm just needs to be less rotated in general. So we'll take it down to more like. Ooh. Say 10. Ooh, yeah, that's not too bad. Maybe 5. It's the drag on it as well, which is part of the issue. Yeah, that's a bit more better. Actually, if I just do this and then put the wheezing. Yeah, that's pretty good for drawing, I'd say. Maybe I'll move it all down a little bit, because actually the hand, in fact, is slightly in the wrong place. So the arm be more like that, and then the hand has got to move as well. Okay, but then also I want to, let's to art. It down a bit. Oh, did I mess up the hand? I guess I messed up the hand. There we go. I think that's pretty good. Okay. I do need to also give Queenie another hand. I mean, another arm. Just have the other arm down. Which needs to be arm L1. I'm going to give this the tag base. And duplicate it. Based. This is going to be art. Yeah. Okay. Ba 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 ba. Actually, no, this one's more like going to be gaming, I guess. So actually I'm going to do another one of these. I'm going to call this one bass. Because we do need a neutral pose. So that's bass. For the arm. This one's actually used for the gaming and for the jazz hands. So I think I'm just going to check what happens when I put both of these on. If I show gaming, yeah, doesn't appear until I show both gaming and jazz, so can't do it that way. I'm going to just leave that like this for now. But I am just going to add another arm R2 as the bass one. Oh, I've just copied it again. Didn't mean to do that. Bass. So I'm going to add another one of these for the bass actually. Arm R1 bass. Bass. So actually this one can be for gaming. So that's going to inherit from Arm R1 gaming. Yep, good. Arm R2 jazz is from gaming right now, so I need another one for that. This one needs to now inherit from the jazz one. And then need another one for my glow. Glad I know what I'm doing. I do sometimes. Oh, did I just rename that with the wrong thing? Wait, what? I have two of those now. I think I did the wrong one. Yeah, I want R1 jazz copied. That's what I did wrong. So then I just got to link that one to the glow one. Nice. Okay, so this one is currently linked to Arm1 Gaming, so I just got to put it on the base. There we go. Okay, cool. So now I will rotate this one slightly. Doopy doopy doops. All right. So now we have several things. So we can hide base and show art. Yep, that all works. Show gaming. Now we gaming. Show glow. Ah. What have I missed? We are inheriting from arm L1, which is currently hidden. Right, that's why. Because it's gaming. Let's make a glow version of that one. If I inherit from arm L1 glow, it should reappear. There we go. Good. Basically, the issue here is that by default, the layers will hide themselves if their parent is hidden. So what I'm doing right now is just I'm making duplicates of the layers so that I can have them all easily hideable and showable with the tags. We got that. If I hide glow, we go back to gaming. Yep, that works. Plushie is there. Good. And jazz hands. Ah, we don't have a jazz arm 1. No, we don't. Okay, let's do another one of these. Jazz. Here's this thing called jazz. Okay, and then I just have to inherit that from the jazz one. And we're back. Done. Okay, so I can hide and show each of these with the tags. So I've set it all up like that, and this is all manual here, but that's how we have it. So the next thing to do is set up these states so that I can automatically toggle between them on keys. So let me just show the base one again. They're magnetized to me. Oh, they've magnetized me. Oh, the art. The cross stitch. Yeah. I was like, I know I have a magnetic personality. Right, so Queenie, how would you like these set up? Because we can do it a couple of different ways. We can either have it so that each button just swaps it to a new state and it stays there until you sort of time it out, or it you know what, we can probably do a combination. Let's say, so base will be the normal one. So that's just going to be numpad 0. And I'm just going to say that will show the base layer and hide the other ones. Base tag, I mean. So showing the base tag like that and hiding the others. This is going to be base. In fact, actually, I'm just going to leave it as base because a simple name is better for the streamer bot integrations and things. So that's that. Base is done. Now we're going to add another one for probably want one for gaming, one for art, and they're going to be more permanent ones. So I'm going to have these as permanent. That's going to be permanent. And this is going to hide everything, but it's going to show the gaming tag. I'm going to call that one gaming. Done. I'm going to add another one. This one's going to be numpad 2. Another permanent one. So it's going to hide, going to show art and hide everything else. That one, art. And then I'd say plushie is probably going to be another permanent-y one, isn't it? Let's say permanent on plushie. So that's num3. It's going to show plushie and hide the others. Cool. So now I've got these set up on all the different number buttons, and I can save this. And I've got, so 0 is base, 1 is gaming, 2 is art, and then 3 is plushie. Let's have another one, which is now going to be, let's say we can do rave for 10 seconds. This will be 4. And that's just going to hide everything and show the glow ones. I'm going to call that one rave. Save that. So it shouldn't matter what we're doing. If we're gaming, we start raving. And if we're holding a plushie, we start raving. Yeah, okay. So that makes sense. That works. And I'm going to duplicate this one. So the difference between this and the plushie one. So the plushie one is permanent. So it just changes the tag visibility permanently and doesn't like save what the previous state was or anything. But the difference with the rave one is that it sort of temporarily changes the tag visibility, but leaves the old state sort of in the background, so that when it turns back off again, it just automatically goes back to what we had. So I'm not pressing any buttons here. It's going to time out in a minute and goes back to plushie. Was at desk dealing with fumes? Glue fumes. Oh. Nice. How high are you on fumes right now? So I've made a copy of the rave one. I'm going to use this as num5, and this one's going to be jazz hands instead. Ta-da! And let's say we'll do jazz hands for 5 seconds. All right, so now we've set them all up. So we've got bass, gaming, art, and plushie. And then no matter what we're doing, we can also do a little bit of raving on top. Or we can do jazz hands. Ta-da! and it just automatically goes back to gaming afterwards. So, yeah. So that was a bit of state setup for you. So we've got some permanent states here, which just, when you'll notice when I press the buttons, the number buttons for these, so I'm going to base now, it doesn't highlight that state because it's not remembering anything. It's just gone, right, I've changed all the tags, done. And then it's the same with the gaming and the art. Like, those don't light up. Gaming, art, and plushie. But then with Rave, if I do that one, that lights up because it's remembering that it's so it's active, and it's remembering that it's going to turn back into what we had before. Because this one is a toggle state and not a permanent state. That's the difference between those. So there you go. Right. So actually, I have basically finished. I just need to tweak some of the art because we've got, I think, the plushie has part of this arm that's like hanging out here, and I need to get rid of that. And then I'm really glad you like it. Then the art one, part of this arm is just here, and I will optimize it as well. So generally the way I work with it, and it's a good idea to do it this way, is you sort of keep your non-optimized version as the sort of the base model, and then when you're happy with it at a certain point, you make an optimized version and you use that for streaming. But you sort of keep the base model around because it's easier to edit the base model than it is to edit the optimized model. Because the base model obviously still has everything in the size it was on the canvas, so you can draw more things on your canvas and drop them in and it'll just be in the right place. So, but yeah, I'm going to call that good on the rig for now. Let's just go and sort this art out. We're going back to slug mode. Hey, wait, can I do... if I take away everything apart from the torso and the neck, but then if I put the horns on, slug mode. Sorry. Right. Okay. Let's do. Let's get rid of the. Where's the art one? Is it the tablet? It's the tablet that's got that extra bit. Get rid of that. How do you optimize? I'll show you in a minute. Once I've got these bits of art done, I will show you how to optimize. But it's not too difficult, hopefully. So there's that one. The plushie had some bits of arm left over. Where's that? Where's the plushie now? There it is. Yeah. Right. Get rid of that. I might need to make... I'll just put another copy of the other arm behind it in the rig in a minute. And then One of the jazz hands was, no, wasn't that? Which was the one with the small hand? I've forgotten now. Glow stick. Oh yeah, it was glow stick. Yeah, thank you. Also, I've just realised that there's a bit of green on this sort of hand here that overlaps with the stripe when you do that. So I'm going to sort that out too. So where's the arting hand? There it is. Lotus has your GF singing. Good. Another Linkin Park enjoyer. I like their new stuff. It's cool. All right. That's a hand sorted. And then, yeah, one of these glow hands just looks too small. It's quite a contrast doing that. Right, let's see in comparison with the arm. So I'm going to make a copy of that. And I'm just going to like move it over here. Because that's basically how it is, right? So edit this a bit. I don't think it's so much that the fingers are too small, it's just that the palm was like way small. All right. Time to fix colors. All right, cool. I think that's good. So what were the bits I just did? The art hand, the plushie, feel like I did something else too. Oh yeah, the tablet. Thank you. Yeah, I think that was all I just edited. Okay. Save group layers. Hate that it forgets the location every time I do it. So annoying. There we go. Right, so save, reload. Okay, so now the art hand doesn't overlap properly. The tablet doesn't have that little bit of arm left on it. And I do raving. The raving hand doesn't look as small. Yay! Okay, good. Nice. Okay, I think we're there. I'm gonna... So, as you can see, all of these layers are the size of the canvas, which is bad for your RAM. Let's do a optimize. So I'm going to click this button, which is like this package shape. And this is how you would send it to people. But so these two will just basically copy all the files as they are, and give it like a relative path so that it just loads up in somebody else's RahiTuber. The optimized one does the same thing, but it also crops all the transparency out of things. So because we've used some of the original pivot points for the physics, I'm ticking this box because without it, it's going to mess up the physics if I optimize. So it's not the end of the world. You can just go and tweak things again if you do it, but ticking that just takes the work out of it. So I'm going to optimize now. I call it Queenie. Let's go up and put it in here. But yeah, Queenie opt, which already exists because I did it once already, but we're doing this now. Optimizing. And now we've got lots of little squares because it's all been cropped down to match the actual content of the layers instead of the your Twitch froze. Oh, it's okay. I click this button, the package button, and then tick this box if you've set up like dragging physics and stuff without ignoring the pivots, because this will keep the original pivot from the big size. And then when you press optimize, it cuts all the transparency out, basically. So now we've got lots of little squares, which are just around the content of the layers. And yeah. So that is pretty much it. I think we're good on there. Now, I've only got half an hour until I normally end stream. Well, 40 minutes. What? Yeah. So I could do a little quick check-in on Tomodachi Life. It's been a while, hasn't it? So, yeah. You cut everything yourself already? I mean, that is good. That's a good practice because it saves you having to... I mean, it's good practice. But yeah, it saves you having to do the optimize thing and you can always keep editing it. So, but at least with the optimize button, it's quick. So yeah. But yeah, we're done, I think. Save. Oh, I did save already. And ta-da! It's Queenie. We have the neutral Queenie. We have the gaming Queenie. We have the arting Queenie. And we have the plushie. And then we can rave. And we can do jazz hands. Ta-da! Oh. Pleased with this. I'm pleased with this. I think, yeah, I'm going to do a little BRB and then we'll jump over to Tomodachi Life. I just need to go and get the Switch and set it up. As long as Sammy isn't using it. If Sammy is using it, I'm not going to be mean. I will just come back here and tell you that we can't do Tomodachi. But let's see. So, yeah, be right back. Bye.